All right, hello again, everybody. We are back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we're picking up our 1-0 run with Quasiduplicate, blue-black, mid-rangey control deck. Anxiously awaiting the day when Graveyard Marshal is something other than a 3-2 with no text. We've come very close to being able to activate it, but it's felt like we've always had to do some other things. Maybe that's the flexibility of the card, though. It's a very good top deck late game, and you can just play it on curve to help you block up the board. Maybe it's unfair to criticize. Alright, our opponent won the die roll here. They will go first, not surprising. Oh. I think I'm okay keeping this hand. So again, we have an on-curve threat. This makes it a lot better. Looks like they are blue-red, yeah. So I expect these Plaguecrafters will be quite good. This hand, the way it's rates to line up, should be good against them. If they kind of do nothing here, which is certainly in the realm of possibility, or maybe they'll just make like a 1-4, I think we attack and chart and just get the 2 cards while we can. Yeah, so they make a 1-4. Not an extreme rush to kill it. Though now with the Dusk Legion Zealot. Well, for curve purposes and mana usage, the best thing to do would be to play Plaguecrafter. Dusk Legion Zealot makes other Plaguecrafters better too. So I think I'm just going to play the Zealot here. And we'll just hold this land. Really no point in attacking or not attacking there. I guess we could have attacked and bluffed like a -1/-1 effect. Is I guess, you see these cards and you think that maybe Fungal Infection is in play here. Okay, so we'll start Plaguecrafting them. Or maybe we just use Chupacabra this round. Ooh, no, if they're going to leave up Dive Down, we'll use Plaguecrafter. They're leaving up Dive Down and Spell Pierce here. And Opt. They're leaving up 3 things. So next turn we can go Plaguecrafter and chart, which is really cool. Because I assume they're just going to leave up blue again. Lava Coil away the Marshal. Attack with the Drake. Chart of their own. Okay, that all makes sense. Again, they're leaving up what appears to be protection for the Enigma Drake. So let's chart. If it's Spell Pierce, they doubt they'll Spell Pierce this. Plaguecrafter. Which again, they can't dive down. Sacrifice this one. Games like this, by the way, even though I know at least one person thought the green splash was bad in the last iteration, games like this are exactly why I thought the green splash would be good, to get things like Plaguecrafter and Chupacabra back when you are playing these long value games. I guess now we put them to the test and see if they actually do have the dive down. I'm guessing they do. Yeah. They just had like dive down and opt 3 times in a row. That's super nice. So our hand's really bad. Just chart. 3 meters good here. Whoa. That concerns me a little bit. I wonder how aggressively they're going to go for it. 9. They could get there. They can get to 14 if they find a shock now off this discovery. They could get really close to 14. Or if they find a Phoenix. Oh, wow, they got there. They did just draw the perfects. That's really nice. I don't think we had new to the line, though. We played that pretty much. We played around their dive down successfully every single time until we didn't have an option. So we bring the cast down. I guess we're bringing in the Contempt. Vampire Sovereign I don't think is in because it does not block any of the X4s. Leaves room for a Necrotic Wound. Oh no, it doesn't. We need to take one more out still. We could take out one Graveyard Marshal. Does not seem especially good in this matchup. Other than that, you can sacrifice it to Plaguecrafter. Right. So the one thing I'm liking about this deck is that we are not getting stuck on land. We're having a bit of the opposite issue. But that's far preferable from a gameplay standpoint. That one was really close. Really close except for the fact that their win conditions progressively scale to the point where they can just win in one attack step. And we don't have that luxury. But we'll go on the play this time. A little slow, but I think we have to keep off the fact that we have all our colors really nicely in a row. Our opponent goes down to 6. I think they mulliganed last game too. They go into 5. So maybe we get a little bit of a freebie here. Start reaping next turn. Hopefully they don't lava coil it. Looks like they're stuck on colors, which is good. I would even consider duplicating this just to start attacking. I expect they'll have removal for it here. We can try to do it in this after we attack, because if they shock it, we'd rather they shock it here than we have the extra card. Yeah, and they don't do it in response to the Quasiduplicate. Okay. They won't be able to shock the Doom Whisperer. Not even sure what answers they could have to Doom Whisperer here. Other than growing these Enigma Drakes, but... I'm going to be quite happy to just make 2 6/6s this turn and then play Chupacabras after that. Let's look once. Do want to be careful with our life total a little bit. Another Quasiduplicate, which we can put into the graveyard. And a backup Doom Whisperer, which I think we actually don't need. Right? We have lethal next turn with Chupacabras. Next turn we can go Chupacabra and duplicate it if we want to. Or we can just make more 6/6s. Yeah. The man with 1,000 hands, getting it done. Alright, so we're going to game 3 again. I wonder if it's worth to, like, on the draw, bring in anything like Duress. Is Duress better than Negate? It's cheaper. We're not really filling up our graveyard that easily for Necrotic Wound. Still not sure what matchup this is good in. I guess in theory it's good into Danto Vanguard. Alright, yeah, we'll keep this one. Looks like they kept their 7-2. We're still not quite sure what exact list they're on, but it just seems like they're on a stock-ish 8 Drakes list. We haven't seen Velocity, we haven't seen Niv-Mizzet. And we haven't seen like any of the 1/5. We actually haven't seen Arclight Phoenix, so they could just be on like blue-red control with 8 Drakes like we were playing the other day. Quasiduplicate a good draw. Ooh, are they stuck on red? Though, if they're on the no Phoenix plan, I'm guessing that they do have Niv-Mizzet and we just haven't seen it yet. Dream Eater is a pretty solid answer to Niv-Mizzet. They're still stuck on red. Oh, let's play the 3-drop. So the nice thing here is that we have the Quasiduplicate with the Chupacabra. So if they do find red and make a Drake or something that they can protect with the first dive down, they have to have 2 more. And there's red, so I expect they'll make like a 1/4 here. No? Okay. Maybe they're just planning on using a shock. Well, I think we're just going to probably shock ourselves even to get 2 2-drops into play. But if we draw a land, I don't think we want a second one. Do you think we just want to draw more land, get to Dream Eater? So now they're going to shock the Reaper. Blink of an eye. Blink of an eye, the Reaper. That's fair. Blink of an eye is like a card that we've seen in the Viren list, and I guess in the more controlling lists in general. Alright. Jeez, Drake is at 8 already. So... assuming they have dive down, I think we just want to play Doom Whisperer then. We really don't want to run the risk of them straight up killing us like they did before. And I think the odds of them having a lot more blinks in their deck, I think if anything they have 1 or 2. I don't think they have like the full 4 blinks. So let's just play Doom Whisperer. I'm gonna do some opting here end turn maybe. No. Beacon Bolt. Yeah, I just think we can't activate as much as we want to find the land for Dream Eater. It's a little scary. Oh, we could lose here if they have dive down. Maybe we had to go for it last turn. Well, now we have a line of Dream Eating on their turn. In the attack step, making them use the dive down there. Okay, so we'll try that. And if they do dive down, we still have a blocker. If they have a counterspell here, I'd be surprised. Wow, okay, they got us. So they are just on like blue-red control with Drakes. I guess maybe the mistake was respecting dive down too much. Should have played the Chupacabra that turn instead of the Doom Whisperer. And if they had dive down, then we had double Quasiduplicate the next turn. Though still a second dive down beats us, but that way we're like... the only thing we're gambling on is that they somehow grow the Drake big enough to kill us. With the number of cards in hand, maybe that's not super likely, but you know they do have a lot of velocity in their deck. So they could certainly have attempted that, but the line we took, if they had an answer, we took a lot of damage and we were pretty much dead. So I think that was the mistake. Should have gone for the Chupacabra there. Super close matchup. And also one where if we had just found like Plaguecrafter or something, it probably would have been significantly easier. But yeah, that's it for this round. Really close. I really enjoyed playing that matchup actually with this deck. It feels like it's overall maybe good for us. And if we practice it, I think we can maybe become favored in it. But that's it for this one. Please remember, of course, to like, subscribe, and comment if you're enjoying the content. And we'll be back again soon with the next round.